Hi, my name is John, and this is the story of the letter I never sent. We all have that one person we never truly let go of. For me, that was Alissa. She was my best friend. Since high school, we were inseparable, laughing over cheap milk tea, walking home under one umbrella, staying up late just talking about nothing and everything. She knew my secrets, and I knew hers. But I had one secret I could never tell her. I was in love with her. It wasn't sudden. It grew quietly, like rain seeping into dry soil. Every time she smiled, every time she cried on my shoulder, I found myself falling deeper. But she never saw me that way. I was always John, the best friend, the guy she could count on, but never look at with love. So I wrote her a letter. It was college graduation day. Everyone was excited, but I was heartbroken. Alissa had just told me she was getting engaged to Paul, a guy from her org. He was smart, charming, and the kind of man girls said yes to. That night, I went home, sat on my desk, and poured everything into a letter. I wrote about the first time I realized I loved her, in junior year, when she danced in the rain and looked up at the sky like it held all her dreams. I wrote about how I memorized every freckle on her face, how I waited years hoping she'd see me the way I saw her. And I ended the letter with, "If you're reading this, it means I was brave enough to let you know. But if you never see it, then I loved you in silence. And maybe that's how it was always meant to be." But I never sent it. I folded the letter, placed it in an envelope, and hid it inside a book, a dusty copy of The Little Prince. And I moved on, or at least tried to. Years passed. I worked, dated other people, even got close to marrying someone else. But it never felt complete. Maybe because a part of me was always stuck in the past. With her. Alissa and I drifted. She got married, had a daughter. I saw the photos on Facebook. She looked happy. I was genuinely happy for her. Or at least, I told myself I was. Then one day, out of the blue, she messaged me. "Hey John, do you still live in Quezon City? I found something I think belongs to you." I was confused. We hadn't talked in years. We met at a small cafe, and that's when she pulled out a familiar book, The Little Prince. "I was cleaning out my mom's house," she said, "and I found this in one of your old boxes from college." She slid the book across the table. "There's a letter inside." My heart dropped. I forgot I had left it there. "I read it," she said, her voice soft. "I hope that's okay." I didn't know what to say. She continued, "Why didn't you ever tell me?" I looked at her, older now, but still the same Alissa. Curious eyes, warm smile. "I was afraid," I said. "Afraid I'd lose you. Afraid I'd ruin what we had." She was quiet for a moment. Then she said, "I wish I knew." Her voice trembled a little. "John, I loved Paul. I still do. But there was a time, a real time, I looked at you and wondered, what if?" My heart ached at those words. Not because they were cruel, but because they were real. There's a kind of pain that comes not from being rejected, but from being almost chosen. We didn't hug, we didn't cry, we just smiled and accepted what was and what could never be. That night, I walked home holding that letter. And for the first time in a long time, I felt peace. Some stories don't end with love. Some end with understanding. And maybe that's okay, because in the end, I still got to love her, even if it was in silence. This is John, and that was the story of the letter I never sent. Thank you for listening.